Sexual violence in conflict is, I'm often told, inevitable or unavoidable, that it should be considered collateral damage. Boys will be boys, or what have you. That the phenomenon is nothing new. And the latter is, whereas war traditionally could be described as being a fight over territory between two countries through the instruments of well-trained, well-equipped, disciplined armies facing each other on the battlefield. Modern warfare is predominantly intrastate or domestic, waged by non-state actors and triggered by issues of identity, ethnicity, religion, and competition for land or resources, particularly oil and mineral wealth. And as you know, in the DRC, for example, control of the country's minerals resources has fueled the country's conflict by enriching armed groups who have then employed sexual violence as a tactic of war. Violence do not only maim its victims mentally and physically, but they also sow the seeds of destruction of an entire community. Despite women's active engagement in informal efforts to build peace, they are often excluded from any formal peace-building efforts. My role is helping to build the capacity of governments to meet their obligations. And the United Nations and no number of peacekeepers can ever substitute or supplant a state. And our aim must be to uphold international law so that women, even in war-torn countries of our world, can sleep safe and sound. And far from being a niche issue, sexual violence is part of a larger pattern. Rule by sexual violence is used by political and military leaders to achieve political, military, and economic ends. And these crimes present a security crisis that demands a security response. And to me, that inventory of best peacekeeping practices is the start, not an end, to a process to identify what works in preventing sexual.
My name is Alex, and I'm a business management major, and I'm a senior. And, well, I really enjoyed Margot's lecture today. Very interesting, and my question was, well, what was it? Really about that, if it's really an educational or a cultural thing for the crimes that are being committed with rape and such. And my opinion was that I think that it is a cultural thing because, in the sense of that, they don't really view women as a human being, that is. They kind of look at it as an object with no rights, that they're just there. But what Margot, the way she answered my question is that rape is being used as a warfare, a strategy, which is also right. I completely. But I also believe that what has to be targeted is the education fact, and that they have to change their morals and their ethical and the cultural view of the women.
I'm Natu Suzy Kure. I'm a junior in Adelphi, political science major, peace studies minor, and the lecture was interesting. I had like a lot of experience, but I think she didn't like hit the nail on the head, because they didn't really tell us what they do and the action they're taking about it, because we have like more issues like every day, and the percentage keeps going up. So what I really wanted to know is what step are they taking, what action are they taking on countries that are not responding to this issue. Mothers have more impact on their children than the fathers. So when you have more educated women and they're empowered, you find out that they are moving into their own kids and they're doing it well. But if women are not, they've been abused and they are confused, they don't have peace, then they transfer it to the kids and the kids transfer it to the society. So I think that it would be more wise if they bring out more strategies on how to deal with it,